We have arrived to the destination. This may seem long, but it's actually not that long, the line. It usually goes like right where that Chipotle is at, like way over there. And these cones are here for a reason so no one cuts. So I'm here. I do want to get two 4x4s and animal stuff, right? But I did eat. I didn't eat all day. Well, I had like 5 licorice when I got home from working out like at 6:30, and I slept kind of all day, but not really because I didn't really sleep. See, this is the thing. I slept from, I don't even know what time I slept. It was like 3 to like 8. Yeah, so 5 hours I slept, so that's why I'm wide awake. But that shows like just what I was talking about earlier. You can like manipulate your sleep schedule and get used to it. Like it's a fact. Like I nap all day long, and it's very possible to do that. But people think they need 8 continuous hours or 6 to 9 continuous hours of sleep, and that's just not true. I function fine. I still hit PRs. And then I know someone can easily say you'd probably hit better PRs or stronger PRs or easier RPE PRs if you slept more. Not slept more, but slept continuous sleep. But honestly, you know, I've done it since I was 21, and you know, that was 16 years ago. And I've honestly, I always have more energy because you just short bursts of energy throughout the day. It just helps because you're wide awake when you take a nap. Anyone knows when they take a nap, they're wide awake. I mean, unless you take like an hour one and you're lazy, but when you do it often, you're just wide awake with naps. And just with me, 8 hours of sleep just doesn't work for me. I feel lazy with 8 hours of sleep. So I always felt good with 6 continuous hours, 5 to 6, 6 to 6.5. I feel like super good. But you know, napping throughout the day is just the way I've always been, because I've always napped, and it's not really like that I'm lazy or anything. It's just like I get tired. So if I feel tired and I want to nap, I'm gonna nap. And my family hates me for it, but you know, that's just what's comfortable for me. I go to my sister's house. She always complains, every time you come, you sleep, friend. She always says that, like literally in that voice. But like I used to, at the time before, like when I was working graveyard, this has been a while, 2017, when I was working at Amazon warehouse, I would get off at 4:30 in the morning, and like my parents would expect me to take care of my sister, take her to school. That's 8 in the morning. I literally barely sleep at all. That's what, 2 hours? She goes to school far, 40 minutes, and they expect me to do all this, do all that. Like, oh, you should be awake. Like it's 10 in the morning, you should be awake. It's like I get off at 4:30, I'm home like at 5. Sometimes I go to the gym after, and they think I should be awake because everyone's awake, which is ridiculous. And they literally just told me like, oh, suck it up, you gotta be awake, we're going to your sister's, you better not fall asleep. It's like, damn. We would go over her house at 7 in the morning a lot on Saturdays. I'd be like sleeping on the way there and at her house, and she'd be like, you always sleep. Like, that shows that no one understands what you're going through until they actually go through. Because I guarantee anyone anyone get off for work at 4:30 in the morning, come on. How are you gonna not be tired after work? Especially working in a warehouse doing physical work. There's people who say, I don't get tired, I work in a warehouse. You probably don't do physical work though. Loading a truck all day long and going to the gym and going to school, it's not easy. So that's what I was going through. And no one had been in that same exact situation where I worked. I mean, very few, but not same exact situation, because I didn't drive far to school and work wasn't that far. But far to school and go to work right after work, and then bam, work right after. It's just a crazy situation. That was way off topic, but I brought that up because that's why I like taking naps throughout the day, because if my schedule's crazy, that's what I'm gonna do. And people complain, I don't sleep, I sleep 4 hours a day, Well, you could always change it. I mean, maybe if you're gone all day, it sucks, because I know people who really do work 8 hours and they drive like an hour to work, so that's 10 hours right there, round trip driving and getting ready and all that, so that does suck. But just in general, if you can, napping throughout the day, I promise you will not regret it. I promise you. I mean, you may look old like me. I got this black shit under my eyes, but like, I've always had that. So, I mean, I've had this since I was like, what, 14? I've looked 37 since I was like 13 years old. So it's no big deal. Okay. Just got some in and out. I had footage of when I left the house, but I deleted it like an idiot. That's how you know I'm new to all this camera stuff. Not phone stuff, camera stuff, because it's an actual camera. The beauty of it is being able to have so much room on your phone, like I mentioned. So, In-N-Out closes at 1 in the morning. I left my house like at 12:24 in the morning, and it's now 12:58. So I got there right before they closed because I couldn't sleep. So I was going for that, and I said, when in doubt, time to get some In-N-Out, because like, there's no point just laying in bed and trying to sleep if you can't sleep. I slept 5 hours yesterday. From 3 to 8, I'm pretty sure. Maybe even a little more, because it was almost 9. So I slept a lot. Didn't really eat. All I had was 5 licorice after my workout, like at 6:30 when I got home in the morning. And then I slept, like I napped throughout the day. So I did eat some carne asada, rice and beans last night. And I had 2 plates. No, 2 plates of the of carne asada, and then 1 rice and beans. I didn't get more rice and beans, so not too much carbs in me. Just the 5 licorice and the rice. And the protein in carne asada is pretty much all protein. So now I got a 3x3, like I mentioned, with animal style fries, because I don't want to go too crazy. Because I made the mistake of going to FU right after I ate In-N-Out, and I had trouble bracing in those squats, and I'm about to squat, so I'm not gonna make the mistake again. There it is. I gotta admit, like, In-N-Out, like animal style burgers, like 3x3 animal style, they don't look good to me. I don't know why. Like the grilled onion just makes it look nasty. I know you're probably thinking, then why do you eat it? I can eat whatever I want. So my top triple today is gonna be, I'm planning 402 for 3, because I did 402 last week and it was actually pretty easy. And my back was hurting and it wasn't a good day and I was tired. And it was like towards the end of the day at 10 p.m. and I hate working out at that time. And I did 390 the week before and that was easy. So it's gonna be either 390 or 402 for a triple, for like an RP 8. Might be even a 9. But the thing about squats is I can like do a 9 or 10, but I know I'm still gonna get the prescribed reps. Unless it's like I was mentioning, 3x5, I could change it to a 5x3, no big deal. But if I really needed to do a 3x5, I would do it. But 5x3 is the same thing. It's just more volume, less reps. I already talk about that all the time. But a 4x4, you can't escape. That's the same thing. I did 4x4 on bench and deadlift yesterday. And that was crazy. Maybe I should have deadlifted first, but I didn't want to be tired for bench. But I did bench first. I don't think I was tired for deadlifts. I felt good. I slept a lot. I slept 6 hours. I never sleep 6 hours. But I think the pre-workout wore out. That's what it was. So that's why I wanted to do deadlifts first, so I could have the pre-workout for the big lift. So hopefully I don't get tired, nothing wears out, no pre-workout, no nothing. I had 2 Gatorades yesterday that helped, and I didn't get bloated like I always do. And going to Wing Co right before the gym, like at this time, past midnight, horrible idea. So always a long line, just 1 lane open, and I have one thing, and there's people shopping, literally shopping at 2 in the morning, which is crazy. And I literally just have a Bang or a Gatorade, just like literally 1 or 2 things, and I have to wait that long line. So convenience-wise, if I go, I'm not going. Well, I don't know. I'd rather go to 7-Eleven. Get the 2 for $3.33, something like that. I know it's more money, but 1, it's cold. Wing Co is never cold. 7-Eleven is cold, and it's just faster, more convenient. Okay. I've had this food sitting for so long, and they didn't give me a fork. Oh my god. Oh. Yep, they didn't give me a fork. See why the Hodge twins cuss out everyone in the drive-thru. They don't do it out loud, but secretly. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm thinking since these mopalacas didn't give me a fork, got my own fork. That's life. If people don't give you something, you gotta go get it. Get your own fork. I know that sounds stupid. I'm using a tripod right now. It's like a mini tripod, like 8 inches to 12 inches, something like that. The gym I go to has 2 tripods. They're kind of beat up. The members don't respect the tripods, like they break. So I have to replace them, the owner, not me. And there's only 2. There's 8 people, everyone wants to share it. So what do? I got my own tripod. Take it to the gym. Brought my own fork. It's like a 5-foot tripod, and no one asked me to use it. Thank God, they better not ask. Either way, I have the camera thing on it, so no one could use it even if they wanted to. Like, I take the phone thing off, and it's just the screw on for the camera. So it would be pointless to use it if you have a phone. Brought my own belt. Started people asking if they could use the belt that's from the gym. Brought my own belt. Go on squat shoes, on wrist wraps, on everything, so you don't have to share. I know that's common sense, but a lot of people use the belts that are at the gym. But, sometimes the owner would ask, like, are you using them? Like, oh yeah, and he'd be like, okay, he would let me, but he would want to use it on his clients, and I respect that. So, and other people would want to share it, and we'd be like, in between sets sharing a belt, and even pre-COVID, that was nasty. So I just got my own belt, and it's a leather belt. So everyone's waist is different. Everyone I know says that ketchup on animal style fries are nasty. I don't know what you get. You guys are crazy. I'm convinced anyone that doesn't like animal styles on the ketchup on the animal style fries is crazy. They say I am, but I think the reverse, or the opposite, whatever. Maybe I'm crazy because supposedly people put ketchup on their fries are crazy. You're supposed to put a puddle next to it. I think that's weird. Just put it all on there. And my mom hates any kind of condiments. So once she sees animal style fries or ketchup or anything, she doesn't even touch it anymore. And I don't do it on purpose, I just forget she doesn't like it. I was like, I thought you did. So she's like, oh no, you ruined it. I've done 2 eating videos before with the crazy In-N-Out video. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a lot of In-N-Out. I think it was 4 4x4s and tuna and stuff like that, something like that. Didn't finish it, but I'm convinced if I didn't have the fries, I would have finished it because I did pretty good. And then I did the 4 pounds of wings from Winco. I think it was 4 pounds. I don't remember. Is that considered mukbang or mukbang, whatever you call it? Is this considered that? I don't even know. I'm not considering this that. I'm just it's part of my vlog. That's all it is. For those who don't know, I love spicy things, chili, salsa, anything. I'm Mexican, and I know common sense, a lot of Mexicans do. Most probably Mexicans do, but that's not true. Not all. Most yes, but not all. I don't know, I haven't met every Mexican in the world. My dad's dad, my grandpa, he is like 80 something. He does not like anything spicy, like at all. So that shows it's not all. So what I'm saying is, I went to South America, Peru. The hottest chilies in South America, one of the hottest. I tried it. Didn't even tickle me. And people were like, thought it was crazy. They thought I was gonna be able to do it. They thought if you chop it up into little pieces. In Peru, it's called ají. It's not called salsa. It's not called chili. It's called ají. They chop up the pretty much this into little pieces. And it has like sauce in it, like the juice. And then you eat it. And everyone's like, I could barely eat a little piece. There's no way he's gonna be able to. There's no way. And I was just like pretty much drinking. It was nothing. And everyone was shocked. Everyone was shocked. Like they were just so amazed. And I'm just like, this is so easy. Like, this is nothing to me. And I feel like a big reason I have such a high tolerance with any kind of like spicy stuff is because I started eating hot Cheetos at 7 years old. And I've noticed people that don't like the spicy anything don't eat any spicy at all. Like, you know, people, they don't like anything, they don't even eat hot Cheetos, nothing. That's too much for me. For me, that blows my mind. Because hot Cheetos, I've been having that since I was 7. The black, I love the black, but it's the extra flaming. It's nothing for me. I prefer that bag. And my mom loves spicy. That was hot for her. She had boogers. My sister too. They'd be like sniffing a lot and like have watery eyes. I'm like, damn. So like, this makes me feel like everything's in your head. When I see people say things are hard, I really think nothing in this life is hard. Honestly, every time I'm faced with an obstacle, and everything it's hard. I just think the thought of getting it done is hard. How about difficult, not hard? The thought of getting it done is difficult, and that's why we put limits on ourselves. We put fear in our minds. We defeat ourselves before we even try. Because honestly, nothing's really hard. In my opinion, powerlifting isn't hard physically. It's hard mentally. I'm not a great powerlifter at all, but I do the work. I go in 7 days a week. Last week was 5. 5 to 7 days a week. I do the work. I eat as best as I can. I don't eat like a perfect powerlifter, that's for sure. My nutrition isn't that point. But training-wise, it's always in my head. Because when I just push myself to the workout, it's usually never that bad. Unless like I had pain like last week, or I'm just super fatigued. That's a whole other story. You're probably wondering, why did I take so long? I haven't even gotten my bachelor's yet. Why did I do this? Why haven't I totaled 1,200, 1,300, 1,500? Why am I an astronaut if nothing is hard? Well, everyone's geared toward different things. Astronaut is not for me. I've never been into that kind of math stuff. So it just doesn't interest me. If I was into it, I know I could do it. I even think I could do it now if I really wanted to and got interest. But I just don't have the interest. They can't make someone powerlift if they don't have the interest. No one can make me run miles if I don't have the interest. I'm convinced I could be a good long distance runner, but I don't have the interest. And it's too hard in my mind. I defeat myself before I do it because I prefer to lift weights. So I'm very contradicting when it comes to running because that's just something. I have trouble breathing when I run. I can do it. It's just I don't want to go through that thing. You know, that's how people feel with powerlifting, feel with anything. So the reason anything's ever hard is because you won't even start it. Like me with long distance, I've just never been interested, never wanted to get into it. Sprinting I like. There's a difference. Can't make a long distance a sprinter, long distance runner sprinter, and vice versa. Sprinter, long distance runner. So I didn't end up vlogging in the gym, and the reason for that is not, I mean, there was people there. I mean, you could see a car right there on the left side and on the door, but the reason for that was because people were already there and they were playing music, so I didn't want to get copyright claims. That's the reason. And so it's not that I didn't stick to my word, I just didn't want to get copyright claim, and it's just no way. I'm sure there's a way, but I have no clue how to edit the music out and have my voice still in there. And even if I did, that's really hard to do because that music is so damn loud compared to my voice. So here's the top triple I did. It was supposed to be 402. I mean, it's not. I'm not kind of sad that I didn't do it, but it's 380, and I just wasn't feeling good at all. I was like wide awake, but I didn't feel good on squats. Maybe it was the in and out. That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. So it was real easy. I feel like I could have gotten 390 because the week before I did 402 for a single, and then the week before that was 390 for a single, and I could have done either one for 3 when I did it for 1. But here, I just felt like being conservative because, last prep I had really been pushing myself a lot, as in if I had a top triple or top single or like a certain number in my head, I wanted to do it. But now I'm going way more based off of RPE, and I wanted an RPE 8, and I feel like a 402 would have been close to a 10, so I didn't want anything way too hard, especially right now I'm 4 weeks out. So I can always save the room for later. And that 380, for sure I could have done 390 with how easy it was. It was like a 7, to be 100% honest. Like I usually give myself higher RP, so I'm going to give it a 7. And I don't think that's me exaggerating. I think it's pretty realistic. And the working sets were 4x4 with 352. I'd been doing 369 for a while, but I was stuck with like 3x5, 5x3. So I decided just to go a little bit lighter and go by feel and make it a little bit easier working sets, because I'm usually dying with 369 because I just did the top single. Not because it's 369 is heavy. I actually love that weight. I just don't want to beat myself up if I don't have to. And I felt like I did that a little bit last prep, and I'm just learning from my mistakes. I don't think I made mistakes. I just feel like I pushed myself a little bit too hard, especially like with accessories like front squats and high bar squats. It wasn't heavy, but it was like after doing some heavy top singles and triples on deadlift and squats and then doing those accessories, I just feel like, a month out, you shouldn't, for me at least, my body, now I know that I shouldn't be doing that close to a meet. And now what I'm doing is Wednesdays is actually accessory day. So if I'm going to do it, it's going to be Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So that's something that I learned, and I feel way better about this prep. And I know everyone says that about every prep, and I know I've said it, but, the fact that I'm going to another state, a whole nother environment, a whole nother like weather, just Texas, Dallas is way different than California weather-wise. I've been there once before. It really makes me want to just show up and impress, especially with the water cut and the elevation of the plane, because when I go to Peru, like the elevation really gets me fat. I just fat for no reason. So I know that won't be the case in Texas. Hopefully it's not. But that's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next videos.